Formats may change, colors may change, but India's luck with the toss, be it any captain, a new captain comes in, he gets an inheritance. Toss not won. Because South Africa have won the toss and have opted to bowl in Ranchi. And this is the first ODI that Ranchi is hosting after 3 long years. 2022 was the last time they hosted, and it was, if I am not mistaken, it was South Africa only who they played. And you would remember that India won that particular encounter and they won the Delhi match as well. But plenty of talking points when you have to look at the toss, especially the selection of the Indian cricket team. Because there are some changes which we didn't anticipate it would be. I mean, when we were picking our playing 11 Shane, we didn't have 1 or 2 guys, but then one guy came, which we all thought, looking at this management, they will do it. But the other is a straight bolt out of the blue.
Yeah, I mean, see, let's quickly go over what it is that the playing 11 looks like. Then we'll discuss where it is that we ended up getting things just a little bit wrong. So, what we got right, these are the selections we got right. Jaiswal, Rohit were pretty evident. Virat, Kohli, of course. We were expecting KL Rahul, Jadeja, Harshit, Rana, Kuldeep Yadav and Arshdeep Singh to play. And Prasidh also, I think we picked. So, yeah, there is fair enough. Prasidh was obvious because they didn't have another pacer.
Yeah,
so, that in itself tells you that Prasidh had to be playing come what may. But number 4 and number 5 really, considering how it's listed, I don't think we were anticipating this. We anticipated.
I told you, there's a faint chance Washington Sundar might come in.
I don't understand. Any which way, the whole point, as we said, number 5 and number 6 are where it is we've got things wrong, because according to the team sheet, number 5 is Washington Sundar and number 6 is KL Rahul. Okay.
Which he made it clear in the press conference yesterday that I will bat at number 6. Because that is where 5-6 is where he's been batting occasionally. See, it can be swapped.
Mostly 5.
Yeah,
I know it's very interchangeable, and 5 and 6 really makes no big difference in the grand scheme of things. And I think Washington is also being promoted because, quite frankly, again, left, right. Because if you're looking at it, only in the top 4, there's 3 right-handers. Yeah. So number 5 had to probably be a lefty, using this team obsessions, this team management's obsession with matchups. Fine, that makes sense. But again, you're playing 3 spinners. What is the point of 3 spinners in a home ODI series? 3 spinners. I mean, this isn't the ODI era of like the early 2000s where sometimes you still get some assistance. Yeah, we're gonna get a flat track most likely, and I think at this point in time, Washington is playing as a pure batter. I don't think he will bowl unless absolutely necessary. In fact, I'd be surprised if he gets even a single over in this match.
Yeah, he will mostly be your batting. He'll be used for his batting only. I don't think his bowling, unless if maybe a Kuldeep or a Harshit Rana or a Arshdeep or Prasidh, anybody has a bad day, he will then fill up the overs then. Then one will not bowl their full quota. That is the thing. But number 4, Ruturaj Gaikwad.
How long has it been since we've seen him in an India jersey at this point in time?
I think the last I can think about is 2023, 2024.
Let me actually check in this time period what it is that, when it is that we last saw Ruturaj Gaikwad play for
India. Because see, he was there playing in the Ranchi Trophy. He got injured in 1 or 2 games.
No, but he didn't get injured, so that was something also one of our family members pointed out to me. He didn't get injured. He was called up for India, so he ended up withdrawing from the Ranchi Trophy. That is why Shaw had captained. It wasn't because he was injured.
Okay.
He got called up to the side, and because of that, he ended up getting called up to, or he ended up pulling out of the Ranchi Trophy. So let's say,
so the last
he last played an ODI. The last T20 he played was 24. That's it.
July.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
So it's over a year, really, that since he's played for India.
Yeah.
Over a year.
And in that South Africa game at Haibeha, he managed only 4 runs opening the batting. So that is the thing. 4, a boundary, next ball out.
Yeah.
So that is how Ruturaj Gaikwad shapes up. But then we know that Gaikwad will slot in at number 4. He won't be in the opening spot because Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal are going to play. But KL Rahul had mentioned that we will give Ruturaj a chance in this series. But I never anticipated it would be so soon.
Exactly. I don't think I expected him to be playing this. But see, in a sense, it's good. I think we'd always talk about them picking who their best batters, who they think their best batters are. I think Ruturaj is one of the better batters in that side. I know he's not really shown it often for India, but we know he's a top prospect, very classy player to watch. I do think also at this point they are saying Washington is an all-format batter, come what may. Because he's playing every single format. He was playing the T20Is also for during the no, he did play the T20Is. He did
in Hobart, Australia. He did.
He got wickets also, I remember. So he played well there. You know it for a fact he played one test match as pretty much a pure batter. He bowled 1 over against South Africa in the first test. And yeah, I think at this point they see him as a batter come what may. You can question the logic of it, but I think Washington has also improved a lot as a batter. So I say fair enough. Although, no, Rishabh Pant. We kept saying that Pant should be a certainty. Pant could be a certainty considering this and considering that. Nothing. Pant on the bench.
Yeah, that's why KL Rahul will be your captain and your wicket keeper also. But I think, see, if Ruturaj fails, then I think you will have to get in a Pant.
I think they'll give him at least 2 games, surely.
Yeah, they will.
ODIs, and there's no real relevance to an ODI series at this point in time. Everyone is building up to a T20 World Cup, so that will be arguably the main focus. I think you give him at least 2 games.
Yeah, you should. But then we don't know this management. So many chopping and changing, and it's coming in the backdrop. Again, this series, Virat and Rohit yet again, and all those things which are floating around. There is something going around in the corridors of the BCCI, which I have to point out that many people are saying that please consider, certain players should reconsider their test retirements. And I am like wondering, okay, in order to be relevant, you have to go to this level. That's what I'm thinking. Because if you ask your senior players under the garb of, okay, inexperienced batters here, some of you please reconsider your test retirement, looks absolutely far-fetched and farcical.
It
for
looks
2
silly
simple
because
reasons.
you pretty much then force these players out. Let's be fair. There was an element of performer perish, which is why they chose to walk away quietly instead of prove why it is that they deserve to be part of the side. And now suddenly you're hearing these murmurs that they could be asked to reconsider that retirement. I mean, see, you're only delaying the inevitable. Wouldn't it make more sense that you choose to rebuild now with what you have rather than go back? Because again, even if they chose to rebuild, their target would have possibly been 2027 WTC and then call it a day. Are you building with these same players then for 2029? You're not. You're not.
I mean, your next test is about 8-9 months away. What is the point of asking them to play? If suppose 3 players who will want to reconsider their retirement.
Yeah,
Let's
3
look
have
at it.
retired. So Rohit, Virat, and before that, Ravichandran Ashwin.
Ashwin, okay. Now, if you ask them to reconsider their retirements, okay, you got 2 versus Sri Lanka, you got 2 in New Zealand, you got 5 against Australia at home. You have to win 7 out of 9 in order to qualify for a WTC, and even that is also not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Because you need other results also going there. Some will have to lose. You have, if suppose you whitewash Australia final at home, then only you have a chance.
See, no, you can. There's a chance that you will get those some results going away for 2 reasons. One is because Australia, one of your main contenders, right? But arguably the other 2 main contenders or the other main contender, South Africa, and they also have a series coming up against each other. So someone will be taking points off the other, and you could sneak in as that second team. However, having said that, is it far-fetched or is it short-term? Of course it's short-term. You are at this point desperate because you know that your WTC hopes hang by a thread. And so, let's go back and potentially, and these are murmurs we're hearing by the way, nothing or Siddhartha saying here is anything close to being confirmed. It's just, I don't know, rumblings of a little birdie here or there, but I don't know. I just don't understand the rationale behind it, and I would be very surprised if it actually happened. Very surprised.
See,
not only it happening in the sense that them choosing to reverse the retirement. I think even if they get asked to reverse the retirement, I don't think that way.
See, then you're going the Pakistan way.
Yeah.
Oh, please reconsider your retirement. How many retirements then become pointless totally.
Yeah.
And I don't think, Ashwin's walked out on his own accord. He was like, okay, I know that my days are numbered. And anyway, by 2026, he'll be 39. You're going back to a 39-year-old spinner. Sure, Nathan Lyon plays only one format. But then I think after Ashes and maybe India, he's done.
Yeah.
Nathan Lyon's done. So that's why.
Unless they make it to the WTC, they make the final, then he'll play the final and call it quits thereafter.
Or maybe 2027, maybe after the Ashes in England, he may call it quits.
I doubt he even plays the Ashes in England. So
I think he might. Because of the conditions there, you need a proper spinner.
yeah, it tends to deteriorate, obviously.
Correctly.
Yes.
So that is why Lyon may call it quits in Ashes 2027. That's it. I'm done. Now, Virat and Rohit. See, their test form has been very, very, if you may say, average. Virat, 2 years out of the 5 that he had a lean patch, his red ball form really dipped.
Yeah, his white ball was still fine. He was still averaging in the 40s.
40s,
but
yeah.
Test form really dipped. And okay, fine. I would still say that you want to give the benefit of the doubt because your team actually hasn't fared any better since he's gone. I still understand that, but then you should have not pushed them into retirement in the first place. Why now have like, I don't know, buyer's remorse?
I know. So that is the problem. And which is where I see it's again been played out in the backdrop of this. So Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, as we've told you even yesterday, there is a meeting that is planned in Ahmedabad. Ajit Agarkar and the selection panel have been there for the past 1 week, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, Agarkar has been spotted at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. He's been watching a lot of the SMAT games that have been happening, the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Don't forget the T20 trophy.
Cup, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not just that, yeah, I mean, yes, it's a T20 World Cup, yeah, but are you going to be calling up anyone from SMAT? I doubt. You don't call up red ball specialists from Ranchi.
Just monitoring the form of, say, an Abhishek Sharma or someone else. But then, they're not playing in Ahmedabad, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, okay, fine, the chief chairman of selectors is doing that duty, but what were you saying beyond that?
what can I say? I mean, see, you're halfway into the WTC cycle. Suddenly,
So you were talking about that meeting, right? That could potentially
so
be
in
happening.
that meeting in 2027, what's going to, I mean, it's for the 2027 World Cup.
Yeah.
A roadmap, a blueprint will be given out to Rohit and Virat as to what we expect from you and what are your roles in it. Okay? Will you feature in that? That will also be decided after December 6th. So, in more ways than one, that meeting will decide your 2027 blueprint. So, if Rohit and Virat are not there in it, and the BCCI believes, okay, boss, if suppose you are patchy, then we can't risk you. See, because in Australia, Rohit might have very well gotten runs, but he got runs in the second and the third ODI. Virat got runs only in the third ODI, and they looked very rusty. That's what the perception has been built. Not us. We are not saying it. It is what has been built over this time. So, here also see, these three ODIs are vital to ensure that all the remaining noises are shut. Simple. So, that is why after this series, any kind of series that happens, there will be constant thing, oh, will Rohit Virat play? Oh, will Rohit Virat play? Oh, will Rohit Virat play for the 2027 World Cup? It's a plan that has always been designated in that sense. So, that's the way, and it all begins in Ranchi, like we thought it might begin in Perth. It all begins again in Ranchi. So that is the thing we are looking at. But looking at the South Africa 11, I mean, we are talking about taking back retirements. Quinton de Kock scored 100 against Pakistan and managed to do very well. Ryan Rickelton, Quinton de Kock, Markram is your captain, Bretsky is there, Tony de Zorzi is there, Dewald Brevis, I mean, he loves playing in Indian conditions and is one of the best in the business. Marco Jansen, Corbin Bosch, Pranalan Subrayan. Subrayan is the lone specialist spinner, and India have 3. Okay. Nandre Berger, I mean, it will be an interesting game on Nandre Berger versus Yashasvi Jaiswal or Marco Jansen versus Yashasvi Jaiswal. Let's see how that pans out. O'Neill Bartman is there. So, it's going to be very, very interesting at this point in time.
Yeah, and that is, by the way, very deep batting lineup. We talk about India and an obsession for batting. Our batting finishes at 8 if you're counting Harshit, right? Theirs finishes at 9 if you count Pranal and Subran. That is fantastic batting depth, and it's not just batting depth for the sake of batting depth, because again, in Bretsky, in Corbin Bosch and Jansen, you've got 3 full-blown all-rounders who will be bowling the majority of overs as well. Jansen, we know, will start with the new ball, can be very handy in the death too. So, man, that is a good lineup, and it's got batting depth, yes, but it's also, these are 3 proper bowlers. They're not bits and pieces players, as is our obsession a little bit. Yeah. And see, otherwise they're bowlers. We've got Sobrayan, who, and I think I'll correct you forgot one spinner, Markram.
Yeah, I said one specialist.
Yes, but Markram is that spinner they tend to turn to if they need to plug in a few overs. Did okay in the test match as well, if you remember. He got the crucial wicket of Washington Sundar at Kolkata in the second innings. So he's a more than decent offie who can be a part-timer there as well. That's plenty of bowling options. And a very power-packed batting lineup. Let's be fair. Rickelton, de Kock, Markram, Bretsky is your top. De Zorzi can actually be a good, stroke player.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 left-handers in the top 7.
Yeah. So
Rickelton, Queenie, de Zorzi,
and Jansen.
Man, that is... Bosch's right-hander, he can also have a long handle, and Pranalan Subrayan also. decent, but I'm not counting him as
He's a bowling all-rounder.
Yeah.
He's a bowling all-rounder. He's predominantly a bowler, but he can chip in vital runs in the kind of conditions you get in India. I think he could be more than handy. That's a very good lineup, and I do think, this is a bit of a challenge for India because yes, you may have Rohit and Kohli back, but let's make no bones about it. This is not your strongest 11. Yeah. You are surely missing two of your best ODI batters. And they just happen to be your captain and vice captain. No Shubman Gill, no Shreyas Iyer, and there's no prospects of them playing this series for sure. Potentially, in the case of Shreyas, he's definitely not even playing the New Zealand series.
Yeah,
none of
Gill
that.
will be back for the New Zealand series.
One hopes.
Yeah, because I don't think it's that severe an injury that will keep him for 2 months. See, I don't know when will the South Africa T20I squad be announced. I mean, the India squad for the South Africa T20I is starting on the 9th. So maybe after the end of the second ODI, we might get the squad.
Potentially,
yeah. So I think Gill could come back at this point in time. So yeah, memories of Ranchi, when I have to look at it, it was that tribute game that was played between India and Australia. And Kohli had hit a brilliant 100 there, but then you lost that particular match in 2019. Then you got a good record. Kohli's got a great record in Ranchi. I think he averages close to 90 there. 2 centuries and a 50, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, the scrutiny is all on Gautam Gambhir at this point in time. Now, see, change in format, let's hope. Even in ODIs, he is underwhelmed. Let's make no mistake. If we are coming off a loss from that Australia series. And even Australia weren't playing their full strength 11.
No, I remember there were quite a few players
There
missing.
was
Stark, Hazelgod were there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Cummins missed that series entirely, lest we forget.
Yes.
So... Yeah, and they're better bowlers with the likes of Bartlett and Ellis.
And even your batting, I mean, you got in a Matthew Renshaw. That was the thing. So, it was kind of an okayish 11, but yeah, still strong enough.
Yeah.
So, let's take some comments.
We're 5 minutes away from the start of the first innings where India will be batting. So, let's see how it is our family members are feeling. It's a interesting match in the sense that it's two top teams, but again I have to always keep reminding you guys, devoid of any real context.
It is. Rahul, not Dravid, is saying Ruturaj opener in list A with ODI average of 17 at strike rate of 73 and Clay at 4. But Sanju, who plays at 3, having ODI average of 56 at strike rate 99 and scored 100 in last ODI, can't fit at 4. Great selection policy.
I agree. Justice for Sanju yet again. But again, look at the CSK connection here. It's either justice for Sanju or justice for Ritu.
Yes.
It's all justice seeking. You can call them the Justice League.
Yeah, it should be. CSK should be called the Justice franchise either, in that sense. Curious Convo saying, if any player fails, then why do you guys start making noise to drop them? If another player fails again, and how you make the same noise to drop them, how will we develop players? Please think about it.
I agree. No one's asking for anyone to be dropped.
We are not making the noise. It is the selectors, and there are several other people who are making the noise. We just carry those news reports that's there.
That's right.
And at this point in time, you can't shoot the messenger. If you want, criticize the selectors through us. But if you shoot the messenger, your message just won't get through. So, we will think about it. But then you have to also think about the fact that we are not the selectors. The selectors are sitting in Ahmedabad currently at this point.
You've got Sats955 saying, I guess Akshar would have teased GG about his grumpy face or shared a meme about something. That's why the man who got us the T20 World Cup was dropped from the squad. He's not in the squad, really?
Yeah, he's not.
Jesus, that is very weird.
Akshar Patel is not in the squad. And anyway, remember, even in the Guwahati test match, he was dropped. When I felt
test match is a different matter. Test match is a different matter. I don't think... See, you either played him or Sundar, right?
Yeah.
And I think Sundar gave you the option of an off spinner rather than two orthodox.
I think in India, they trust Jaddu more.
See, Jaddu, they have to trust more in that sense also because he's now at this point basically a two-format player.
Yeah. So, but many people are speculating. There's another birdie that's saying this could be Jadeja's last series as ODI.
That'll be weird. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I do not know the rationale of this team. I do not understand how it is that the management works. I thought I did. And there are some good things that they do, but Jesus, they tend to get outweighed by the bad.
Correct.
I don't understand this at all.
So, okay. At this point in time, that's the thing. So, what do you feel, Shane? What is going to be the batting and how do you think that what will India make and our India...
So we're going score predictions, all right? Score predictions.
Because South Africa are bowling and India are going to bat first.
Yeah, so this is a tricky one because again, I think, South Africa... will definitely get. See, they were saying that there was some talk from Mane Mokkal, I remember in his PC, that we don't know how it is the ball behaves under lights. But the fact is that South Africa and India have both had nighttime or evening time practices when that whole under lights and it gets much cooler. The fact that South Africa have chosen to bat is perhaps an indication of two things.
Bowl.
Oh, they've chosen the bowl, sorry, is an indication of two things. Either the ball doesn't do much either which way, or more importantly, dew could be a factor.
Because now it's cool. It's
Exactly.
not that hot in Ranchi at this
No,
point.
in fact, Mokkal said, he's saying that it's much colder in Ranchi than it was in Guwahati. Saying we found it a little surprising how much the weather's changed with just a state change. So Ranchi is much cooler. You could be in for dew. I don't know. I think you'd get good batting conditions. I think India get about 289.
Oh.
But I have a feeling South Africa win.
It's tough.
Stuff.
315 that India get. 315, 320. Unless the pitch is an absolute belter and we get a 400.
No, I doubt that.
Okay. But looking at, I don't know. See, now ODI pitches and pitches in India have changed so much. It's weird. Which is why I say 315, 320. I could be way off. Or I might be way off in either ways. Either it will be the highest score or it will be a low score. So 315, and I think India should hold this. I think the dew might not play that much of a role. If there's no dew and then the decision has backfired then in a big way.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, so that's about it. At this point, we'll be back for the mid-innings. Let's see how India prosper.
That'll be a long time away, by the way, because lest we forget, it's a 50-over match.
It is a 50-over match. I mean, see, you have to play a full series. It's a 3 ODI series, so that's how it is. Then after that, you're playing ODIs only in January. So in that, it's the last game of November.
After this, you're not going to see an ODI for a while, Siddharth. Because you've got, in January, you've got
3 ODIs.
Yeah, 3. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
After
And then
that,
June.
Yeah,
July.
Yeah, July, when you're going to England.
Yeah. Then T20Is take a back seat.
Yeah, because then you're building up to
ODI World Cup here. So that's the thing.
Never a break.
Yeah, that's the problem. So yeah, let's see. Shane believes South Africa could win. I believe India could win. But let's see how it goes. Marco Jansen, the tall 6'8" bowler, is about to win. Yeah, he's got a best of 5 for 39. And he's coming off a 93 and a 6-wicket haul in Guwahati.
Yeah.
And he's bowling to Jaiswal.
The player who we managed to get to start that particular 6-wicket haul.
Correct. So, yep. See you soon, guys. And we'll be back for the mid-innings when that happens. From me and Shane.
Stay tuned. And plenty more stuff coming your way.
Yeah.